characters are really, really good. That's like your hammer, your sword, your guitar players. Someone who can do like a GC downlight on wake up, or someone who can just do a nair after getting hit. Those are really good responses to hyper-aggressive players. But we'll see how well that works out for them as Doggo and Zackdaboss starting off with what they did in the winner's side.
One good thing, too, for the red team is we essentially have as close of a mirror match as you could possibly ask for out of these team comps. Both Thatch and Hattori playing that very similar role of that upfront, very dangerous threat to always be in your face and put out big hits. But you also have to worry about the two Syndras that are in the back. And Doggo Syndra in the previous set, up until they got reverse 3-0'd, was looking phenomenal.
Yeah, they looked really, really good. Both teams had a fantastic game one, right? They both kind of came out of the gate swinging, but the downlight recovery will give the blue team that slight lead. You saw vRosco trying to trade it out, but didn't have the damage for it.
I don't think I've seen a single time where vRosco or Moxyz haven't burned all of the resources to get a knockout off the top. Like, every single time you're up there, they're chasing you.
Yo, they want those KOs. They want to go as high in the sky as they can, but the team combo comes out. Zackdaboss doesn't really have a follow-up there. You saw him go for this like jump fast fall recovery. There's the recovery that will lead to the KO onto vRosco.
The theme of the team for red team right now is spacing, spacing, spacing. They are keeping themselves just far enough out of range to not only follow up and get a big lead like they have right now, but they're preventing any chaos scrambles from happening because of their separation.
Yeah, they're like denying any opportunity for the blue team to get their team combos. Something that was really, really strong for them was their setups, but unfortunately they just haven't been in position for anything.
Yeah, and Moxyz is sporting a very similar position to what we saw in that other game where game 2 Moxyz disappeared, but then Moxyz showed back up in the other game. So you still got to feel comfortable for blue team in the follow-up games maybe, but Doggo and Zach have really shown exactly what you need to do to slow these two down.
Downlight sider. I love that spot dodge from Doggo. Keeps him in position for a punish there. Little change up there from Moxyz. Saw him downlight and then chase dodge away. Recovery trying to read. Hits a side sig. Suddenly stock counts even.
Yeah, all of a sudden this is a very doable game. I was gonna say that the 1v1 matchup of Moxyz versus Zach was going to Zach almost every time. Towards the end, it wasn't. And Moxyz separating them a ton right now. That's going to be a D-Light Seer, getting them away. Changes his focus, and that was not what you wanted to happen.
You didn't need to do that. That was you're at the 1 yard line and you decide to just pass it to the guy to the right of you so you can get that extra
You
kill.
could always
you just walk it in.
You could always be the Seahawks and not run the ball to Marshawn Lynch on the 1 yard line. And for those of you who are Seahawks fans, ha! But right now we have a, of course, a very peculiar spot. Not the easiest thing to get out of here. This is a 3-stack deficit to Zach and Doggo. I think this is data collecting time. See how good you are at getting in between them, separate them for potential future games, because this is only game 1. You don't want to burn all of your endurance here.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to say, like, give him false information. Make them think you're going to be really dumb on your like returns back to the stage, and then like next time you're in that edge guard situation, they're going to be like, oh, he likes to go high.
So you're telling me every time I've lost the 2v1, I was just intentionally spreading misinformation?
Exactly. We like to spread misinformation.
Yes, yes. I was throwing for content the whole time. I definitely could have won, but you know, I wanted to make y'all think that I couldn't get the job done. But currently, it is the red team who were able to do exactly that. They were, I think, again, the big thing that I saw was spacing. They were never bundled up. They were never like right on top of each other, and I think that was the big thing that the blue team takes advantage of fully. You mentioned it before, their team combos. That's just been the name of the game for them. They're getting so much reward on hit when they do get an opening, so stay apart, force the 1v1s, and the red team was winning out in that.
Yeah, it's going to be really on the blue team to try to force those positions, try to get those follow-ups and those setups. And, of course, they're back to the Dome, the place where they were so successful at it in their previous set.
I know we've only seen them for this one day, but I feel like enough data should be collected at this point that you just don't let them get Miami Dome. Just don't let it happen. Of course, Temple was also an option. Maybe they don't feel too comfortable with that. And if Hattori, I mean, look, the red team doesn't really care. Miami Dome belongs to them too. That's a pogo, and that is a very fast 2-stock. So the housing looking very good for the red team here in Miami Dome.
Yeah, there's a lot of places. They're opening up shops, of course, and new subdivisions out in Miami Dome.
I hear they got good ramen.
Yeah, everybody just making homes here. But right now, red team, of course, running away with this one.
Yeah, blue team is getting shut down heavily. Weapon toss down, trying to block Moxyz, but this is a big opportunity for blue team. They do not get anything out of it, though. Amazing defense from the red, literally amazing defense of the red team to not only get out, but also to sneak a KO away from Moxyz.
taking out Moxyz on the left side. Red team in complete control. Even back then in that edge guard, like the save situation was Doggo saying like, all right, just hit me with your nair and then you can chase dodge off. And that's exactly what happened. They got back up safely. Finally, blue team starting to take some stocks off of this red team, but it might be a little late here as their Moxyz on final stock.
Yeah, this is another very similar situation to last game where Moxyz was so far behind. It was when he did wake up, it was too much. And a big part of that was that really early KO they got on him a little while ago when they tried to double up.
The down sig connects, and now vRosco down to the final stocks as well. Side sig from Moxyz.
Has Zach missed a D-Sig on Spear yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has.
Very good at those.
That's at least 4 for 4 of them that I can think of at the moment. And if you're catching that all the time, especially when you've seen Doggo in position every time, there's yet another edge guard. Doggo's going to fall to that, but it doesn't matter. You're so far up in the lead. And vRosco, I mean, your one shot of hope here is to get that knockout immediately onto Zach. Zach keeps changing his tag. It's throwing me off.
Yeah, he changed it to Deb this time, trying to, I guess, help us out because he saw us going with Raigundas a bunch of times. Edge guard, you know what? vRosco, he's scrapping. He's surviving a little bit, but man, these are just, okay. Save him. Save him. A little more. He's back. What'd I say?
I'll let you have the wheel on that too. It's like I'm pretty sure he's making his back, but vRosco, this is the most.
Save him again. Thanks.
What are y'all?
Keep it going.
What are y'all doing?
Wait, he's back.
What are y'all doing to him right now?
Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
All right, at this point, fight unarmed. Okay, all hands.
Wait, oh, what's
Only
the team
hands.
combo? What's the team combo?
Only hands.
That's some playing with your food, like, to the nth degree. They took those mashed potatoes, built a castle, put a gravy moat around it, and built little figurines to attack the castle. Like, that was playing
did you
with
see
your food.
that right hook on Sidra? Don't mess with Sidra. Oh my god, can we get a slowdown on that, specifically on just the right hook at the end? Okay, somehow in the midst of all that, that was so goofy. Like, that was the dog pile up you see in cartoons. Well, look, watch this. Okay, both of them just stare each other down. Doggo. Yeah, I got that dog in a bang! It's just not the way I expected it to end. I thought they were going to hunt for something big. But obviously, the big key factor, as I take a look at the graph over here, is how little amount of time Moxyz got to spend on most of those stocks. Those early edge guards really making a big difference. He didn't even put over 200 damage. It was big exclamation point sitting over top of Moxyz's head. The fact that you've taken that away, considering how good they were off stage before, it seems like Doggo and Zach might finally be hitting them with that gap check. Like, all right, now you have reached that point where the PR skill level, this run, the Cinderella story, if you will, is coming to a close.
Yeah, they definitely put a halt to the Moxyz vRosco run. But again, great opportunity here. This is still the Winter Championship. We got plenty more in this 2023. And we're seeing Moxyz and vRosco make the change up here to the double Bryn, kind of pulling out some classic EU 2v2 characters. Or I guess character, because it's just double Bryn.
Yeah, it's like, look, all thoughts empty, time to swing. But honestly, I don't disagree with it, to be honest, because all the team combos they tried to do before weren't working anymore. They were getting minimal. So if you switch to the axe, as we see one knockout go in favor of them onto vRosco, look at how much closer it is. The axe got so much damage for them as Moxyz falls too, but I could definitely understand why they did the double switch.
I think one thing that's really helping them with this double switch is that like the mentality shifted, right? Like they're not constantly trying to position for those 1v2s. They're not trying to position on top of each other, and that instead they're like, you know what? We can scrap in our 1v1s a little bit harder. Like we have a little bit more return opportunities, and vRosco gonna get the double.
There we go. That's exactly what you needed to be pretty much prior to this moment. It was always like a 3-stock deficit in favor of the red team. So already looking better here, but that's a big opportunity for them to try and go chase. That was a really scary spot for vRosco.
Yeah, I think vRosco was actually higher than Zackdaboss too there, so that was definitely a dangerous spot to be in. And you saw Doggo kind of hunting below just in case. Down sig connects. Zackdaboss keeps hitting those, and on the right side, Doggo hits the edge guard.
I want someone to prove me wrong. If he's missed missed any. Like, I don't think I've seen a single one miss. That's at least 5 KOs, and they've all been on the side of the stage. He's mixing it up perfectly on when people want to sneak their head above.
Yeah, he's really, really good. And it's like calling out these spot dodges that happens from a couple people as well. Like, he's just like, all right, you're going to spot dodge right in front of me. I'm just going to do this big active signature.
Big active plays going on over there for Doggo at the moment. When Doggo is off stage like that, things can go south very fast. And the blue team sitting on their match points as one does fall. Moxyz wasn't the first one to be knocked out this time, but it's looking like the dream of the blue team has come to a close here. Maybe, not just yet. Going off there to the save. Just cause. Yo, get them both. Get them both right now.
Hero plays. He saves them. He gets back up, and Moxyz is gonna fall while watching the show. Zackdaboss and Doggo going into the grand finals. Seriously, how did Moxyz fall there?
You know,
like genuinely, I was just watching the red team members just play tag.
You know, after that last play, I'd like to retract my previous statement from before. I'm a Doggo and Zackdaboss fan. Day one, yeah, day one, always. But no, for real, well done, great plays. But all right, let's take a look here.
Right, I'm watching Moxyz. Okay.
All right, jumped up before.
Weapon toss, and he touches the wall.
All right, so reset.
Misses
On
a
there.
Okay.
Jumps up underneath.
Hanging out, watching
Literally
the show.
just watching as everybody's doing
Falls.
what they're doing.
Forgot his recovery button. Oh, wait, fell too far. No nair hit. Chase dodge. Unfortunate.
Oh, no.
Never lucky. Cursed. But Doggo and Zackdaboss, not overly surprised to see. They're going to be going up against Vay and Hika, who you're already seeing at the bottom because we are eager to see that grand finals match. But again, credit to Moxyz and vRosco. Fantastic plays. Taking out Asmodee and Elsem, of course, just a nice big feather in the cap for them.
Yeah, they were able to tear through this bracket, pretty much only falling to like a couple of the top contenders. And that being said, we also when we went into elimination semis before we hopped on, not gonna act like we didn't think it. We were looking at that set going, okay, Asmodee and Elsem are probably going to maybe cruise through that one. This has been a good run from them. But no, they proved us completely wrong. It was instead an incredible showing for them. They were able to win it in Game 5 against a very difficult team after getting kind of figured out Game 2. They got figured out here in this, but I think that the thing is you have to have teams like this that do it to you. You have to have